Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Wave Race 64 playthrough. Last time we finished up the Hard Championship. We did get another first place, and now we're going to move on to the Expert Championship, where, once again, we're going to try to get a first place here. So for this championship, we're actually going to be using Miles Jeter, which is my kind of quote-unquote main. This is the character I tend to use a lot when I play this game. And as far as the stats that I use, these are the stats I tend to go with. Now, just because this is what I use doesn't mean I necessarily recommend this. You know, the custom stats are really just kind of balancing the character among their advantages and disadvantages and finding something that works best for you. So while this might work well for me, doesn't necessarily mean it'll work well for you, so keep that in mind. I personally am fine with this setup, but it may not be the most recommended setup. It's just the setup that works for me. It's the setup I feel the most comfortable with, and I think it's the setup that will probably give me the best results here. But yeah, once again, we're starting with Sunny Beach. Very basic course, not a lot to see here, just a lot of bunch of left and right weaving, back and forth weaving. So the best thing you can do is honestly just you know, go across this course a couple of times, get a feel for the setup that you want to attempt this mode with, and then just try to aim for a first place. I would recommend trying to get first place before moving on. So if you're not going to get a first place, I recommend just hitting start and doing restart circuit until you actually get a first place. It's definitely not required. You only need to get a third place to advance to the next race, but I feel like having a good start in Expert is vital, because when you have a good start and you actually win like a couple of races at the beginning of the series, you'll feel less pressured of getting like firsts in the later part of the series where it does get more difficult. So that's just kind of my own personal preference. Obviously, if you do want to try it, that's fine, that's up to you. This is just what I personally prefer to do whenever I'm trying the Expert Gauntlet. Okay, good. That was a really close race. First, second, and third was like within like a second of each other, pretty much. Looks like Hayami didn't exactly have a good finish, but that's fine. And since we did get a first place, I feel confident enough to continue. So we're going to continue on and move on to Sunset Bay.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
So we need 4 points to advance here, so you need to at least have gotten a second place in the first series to get to this point, but you know, 2/3 I guess would also work, but we got a first, so we're doing pretty good at least right now. We're gonna see what we can do to get another one. Like I said before, I do prefer Sunset Bay over Sunny Beach in terms of racing, so I feel like this will be a little easier, but we'll see, obviously. It'll be largely dependent on what the computer players do, too. And like I said before, the computer players do not mess around in Expert difficulty. They will do anything they can to mess you up. They will drive ridiculously close to you. They'll race almost perfectly. So you really gotta be careful on this. Like, even just kind of running into David Mariner right there, like, that hurt. Even though it seemed like that should have hurt him more than me, it actually hurt me more, because he didn't lose his grip or anything. So we need to make sure we get ahead of this guy somehow. It's gonna be tricky, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to skip that buoy, see if that'll help. Alright, this is good. This is good. Yes! Alright. That was another very close finish, but we have 2 first place to start with, and I can't be happier about that. Okay, let's keep it going.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
My main advice is just obviously focus just on your own racing. Like, probably until after you make it to like the 5th track, or beat the 5th track, because at that point you need to start actually considering like, okay, where are my opponents, who's my biggest competition, who do I need to look out for, stuff of that nature. These first tracks you should definitely be focusing on just trying to get first, regardless of who it is. Because again, a strong finish will take you very far into the expert class. Also, this part sucks. But I didn't do it too badly, honestly. Again, the best thing we want to do is we want to try to at least get a good flow going where on the final lap we can maybe skip that section and make it a bit easier for us. That tends to be what I try to do for this course anyway. And Stewart is really trying to mess me up a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we made it through the first 2 laps, so for the final lap I'm going to try to just skip that section entirely so I don't have to worry about crashing into any stakes. And I should be fine. Go, we're at this section. We're just going to skip all of this. And we did it. Looks like Mariner is not going to be as much of a competitive beast this time around. He got last placed here, which is honestly good because he's the one that will mess you up the most just due to his weight class. So, you know, the less he'll be in our faces, the better. But it looks like Stewart's actually doing pretty good this time, so we'll need to look out for her. That's 2 second places she's gotten. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to Marine Fortress. Okay, here's where this is going to get tricky, because, like I said before, we have to take that shortcut, and more than that, the computer players will also take that shortcut, and they will do it better than we do, so we have that disadvantage we're working with. So we're just going to try to race easy and comfortably, and do what we can to come up with the win here. And if we get second should honestly be good enough, but a first would be really, really nice. Oh, Mariner fell off. Okay, that's good. And it looks like also Stewart got hurt a little bit too. Okay, that's good. And get Mariner away from me. I don't want to deal with him. Okay, so here we go. Second lap. This is where we need to start paying attention to that shortcut. So let us do just that. Oh, wow. Stewart actually fell off. That's very nice. Mariner's back in second, but it looks like they're having some issues in this race, but anyway, that's not important. Let's focus on what we're doing right now. Okay, I actually did very well there. Mariner is right behind me, but I don't know how he recovered that quickly. Like, I even saw him, like, lose his grip a little bit, and he still managed to keep up with me, which is insane. Looks like he lost his grip again right there, but it's not over yet. I think Hayami is, like, not too far away as well. Okay, we did it. We did it. Yes! Oh boy, I love to see that. Oh wow, look at the standing. Oh, okay, well, looks like Stewart actually made a huge comeback there, and Mariner, like, threw it away at the end. Okay, well, Stewart continues to be my biggest competition in this set, but that was kind of unexpected. I was really not expecting that type of finish, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so we're halfway done. We have 4 tracks left. One of the new ones we haven't seen yet, and just in general, we have some of the harder tracks left, so we're not out of the woods yet, but I really like the way we're progressing right now, so let's see if we can keep up the pace. Port Blue. Now here's the thing. You remember how the shortcut was blocked off in the normal championship? Now, this time, the main road is blocked off, so we have to take the shortcut. And more than that, the shortcut, as I said before, is the hardest shortcut to do in this game. So we have to navigate that very tight space, and we have no option to not do it. So this is going to be tricky, but thankfully I really like this character for this, because I feel like I navigated that very nicely. And as a result, didn't really have any issues there. Now, that being said, the other guys are still kind of right behind me, so just because I took that shortcut fine, they took it fine as well, even if they did stumble a little bit, so we can't rest easy yet. We still need to make it through here. But yeah, this shortcut is terrible. Because even just, like, hitting the wall lightly will cause you to lose your grip. And then, of course, you could easily get knocked off, and the other racers are also going through there. Even if they hit the wall, they tend to recover a lot more easily than you do. So there's just a lot of difficulty in that section. But so far, so good. Let's keep on going. Okay, that should be good. This should be a first, as long as they don't, like, cut this corner over me, which they could. They don't, and we win. Alright. Oh, and that actually helps. Sayami actually got second, so that actually puts Stewart further away from me. So, I think no matter what, I will win this circuit. The main thing I have to focus on is just getting enough points to qualify, which I don't know if we have enough yet. I want to say we do, but, or at the very least, getting last place a few times will still give us the points we need. But we have 3 tracks left. A. Stewart is 19 points away from me. So even if she gets first in these next 3 tracks and I get last, I will still have more points than her in the end. So yeah, this is looking pretty good for me. This is looking very, very good. I want to say we should meet the point requirements too, but I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm not gonna rest easy, but it is looking pretty good. So one thing that I mentioned here for Twilight City is the shortcut at the beginning does actually change a little bit. And it changes because when you go up this ramp, you have to hold up on the control stick. You will dive under the water and make it under that wall. You can't jump over the wall, so keep that in mind when you're racing this. Because that's pretty much required, I think, if you want to win this, because the computer players will try to take that shortcut. They might mess it up sometimes, but if someone is in first place by themselves, they'll get it right every single time because they won't have anyone messing them up. So that's something you got to keep in mind. Kind of sucks, but that's fine. Yeah, Mariner's not really my concern at the moment, so yeah, this is looking really good, guys. I'm really, really happy with how this expert course is working. I think I'm actually winning this more easily than I did the hard course, which is weird. It does help that I am using my main, I guess, but still, like, can't help but feel like I also got a little bit lucky too, which sometimes you just need a little bit of luck, I guess. Okay, Mariner's not too far behind. As long as I don't do anything stupid, I should win this regardless. That was kind of stupid, but didn't really hurt me too much. Man, and Stewart's in last place, too, so this is looking pretty good for the Slimster. Whee! And we did it. Not bad for Hayami, either. But I don't really know what happened to Stewart. I guess she just was... I guess on that first lap, she just kind of messed up a bit and just couldn't really recover. Yeah, she was 15 seconds behind. Okay, well, really good, guys. We're up to 42 points. And we have 2 tracks to go. There's statistically no way they can catch up with me. Even if I, like, retired straight away and got 0 points, I think I'm still good. But let's check out Glacier Coast, the new track for Expert Mode. Glacier Coast is pretty tricky. It's a very, very scary track to race on. It's got a lot of things that can really mess you up, so you just got to race this carefully. It's definitely a track you want to practice once you know, have the ability to race freely on it, because it is nice to get that practice when you can. But anyway, the first thing you want to do is when you get this section right here, go to the left and then turn this way. Because, obviously I kind of messed that up a bit, but the reason why you want to do that, if you try to turn too strongly on that ice, you will fall off. So, you want to kind of approach that section going straight forward, because you'll be less likely to fall off. And falling off is more costly, even if you are in an awkward position like I was. So as you can see, I'm still in first place, so I didn't actually mess that up too badly. But yeah, essentially, like, when you get to this section, go around and then just go straight without turning. Because turning will cause you to fall off, and you do not want to fall off. I love how I decided to do this game as a summer project, and here we are just in the chilly waters of Antarctica right now. It is what it is. Oh, shoot. That's okay. Again, I'm in a really good position. I'm not really worried about the standings anymore at this point, so anything can pretty much happen. Mariner can have this race for all I care. I can fall off this vehicle and still be fine. I want to say that, oh yeah, Stewart's having a really rough time. And it's a shame, because she actually started off very strongly in this circuit. I guess she just kind of fell apart in the end game. But yeah, nice job, Mariner. You proved that you can brave the Glacier Coast better than I can. I think I would have been fine if I didn't fall off, honestly. It is what it is. So let's see how many points we needed to advance. I think we need 37. I think 37 is the amount you need. And as you can see, I'm way above that threshold. I'd like to get second here so I can get 50 points. I think it'd be like a new record if I ever done that. At least on my own personal attempts at this game. Stewart is in third, so she can still get on the pedestal here. I hope she does, but we'll see.
Welcome to
If she gets last and Hayumi gets second, then that's not going to happen, but yeah, we'll see. So last but not least, we have Southern Island. Southern Island really doesn't change much between the difficulties. It's just kind of a, hey, this is the last track. Just go nuts, do what you gotta do. And of course, I immediately fall off. Whoops. Well, there goes Stewart. Ran right into the pirate ship. I don't know if she's going to get third place after that. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. Man, I am actually struggling more than she is, though. I think the one thing that does change between difficulties is the buoy placement, and that's kind of what's throwing me off a little bit, I guess, but still, I shouldn't be playing this badly. Like I said, I would like to get second, just so I can maybe get a score of 50, but we'll see. Whee! See, I'm always bad at taking that shortcut. I always seem to mess it up. The waves are also just really, really strong on this course. Well, I got last place. Shouldn't matter, but still, a little disappointed I didn't perform a little better on that one. I think I just did it for Stuart more than anything, because I think that was her last chance to appear on the pedestal, and I wanted to at least show that. So we'll say that I did it for her. Well, there we go. We won. We were 10 points above qualifying. We were more than enough points in first place. And there's Stuart's model, which we haven't gotten to see in this project yet. She's really cute. And of course, there I am with my sunglasses on. I find it funny how my two main characters in this, or the characters I feel like I'm the best with, have sunglasses. Really holding on to that sunglasses bit as much as I can. And there we go, guys. We've beaten Wave Race 64. That's not it for the project, though. There's still some other videos we're going to do, but still, that's pretty much it. Honestly, getting first place in the first 6 races really, really helped. If that happens, you're pretty much good to go. Because 6 times 7 is 42. Yeah, you're good to go. Like, you can't lose. Heck, if you could just, even if you just win 5 races, that's pretty good to go, because that's 35. There's 3 races left. Even if you get last in 2 of them, that's enough to qualify, so you just have to make sure you're ahead of the second place person by that point. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, it says challenge the next class. You're probably wondering what exactly that means, and I'll get into that shortly. Let's at least go back to the main screen here. Or do we have the credits? No, we don't. Okay, so they weren't joking when they said challenge the next class, because they do actually add a new class once you beat expert. We have the reverse class, which means reverse is pretty much just expert, but you actually race the courses in reverse, which actually adds a interesting dynamic to the races. Because, you know, Mario Kart has the mirror mode aspect, but this is actually racing backwards, like racing in reverse. And we're going to do that next time. So I'll see you guys for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time for the reverse class. See you guys then. Later, folks.